Imagine finding like a secret passage in the tax code, one that lets your business pay you personal income and it's completely tax-free federally. Sounds almost too good to be true, right? But it's real.
It absolutely is. Today we're doing a deep dive into the fascinating world of the Augusta Rule. That's IRC Section 280AG, formally
Right.
our mission,
Mm.
to unpack where it came from, this incredible dual benefit it offers, and exactly what you need to do to use it right, and crucially, defend it if needed.
Okay, let's start there, the basics. What is this rule, and where did it get that name, the Augusta Rule? Sounds, I don't know, maybe related to golf.
You nailed it. It
Yep.
comes straight from Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters golf tournament.
Yeah.
See, residents there often rented out their homes for, pretty significant money during the tournament.
Ah, okay.
So Congress put this rule in back in the 70s. The idea was to make taxes simpler for just occasional rentals like that. It lets you rent your personal residence for 14 days or less in a year.
14 days. Got it.
And you exclude 100% of that income from your federal gross income. It's genuinely tax-free income.
So it's not just a fun name. The origin story actually tells us a lot about how the IRS might interpret it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The original intent, that's key. It was for minimal and occasional use,
Yeah.
not some kind of routine way to pull tax-free money out of a
Yeah.
business.
That context seems super important.
It really is. It helps explain why, if you get too aggressive or your paperwork sloppy, the IRS is going to look very closely.
And for business owners, you mentioned this dual benefit. What does that look like in practice?
Yes, it's a really powerful strategic play. Your business, S-Corp, C-Corp partnership, even an SMLLC, can formally rent your home for a legitimate business reason.
Like a board meeting, or maybe training.
Exactly, a real business purpose. The business then deducts that rent payment as a normal expense, lowering its taxable income. And at the same time, you, the homeowner, receive that payment totally tax-free at the federal level. It's this rare chance to move money from the business to your personal side without getting hit by federal income tax.
That sounds amazing. But, okay, I'm guessing there's some very strict rules. Who can actually use this? And what's the deal with that 14-day limit?
Oh, definitely strict. Sticking to the rules is everything here. It applies to what the IRS calls a dwelling unit that you use as a personal residence.
So your main home, or a vacation place?
Either one. Could even be a boat, technically, if it qualifies. Has to be in the U.S., and you have to be the owner.
Yeah, I'm the business, sure.
Right. For the business owner strategy, it needs to be an S-Corp, C-Corp partnership. Or, interestingly, even a single-member LLC.
An SMLLC, too. That's good to know, actually. A lot of people use those.
Yes, because it's legally distinct from you personally.
Yeah.
But here's the absolute hard line. 14 days or fewer.
Okay. Non-negotiable.
Totally. Rent it for 15 days or more, and poof, the entire tax-free benefit disappears for the whole year. All the rent income becomes taxable. It's a bright line rule applied per property.
Like a property rate.
And one more thing. The home can't be the business's principal place of business. That's important too.
So 14 days max, not your main office. Got it. What else is critical? Especially, avoiding trouble with the IRS. I heard about a court case, Sinopoli, that showed exactly what not to do.
Yes, Sinopoli v. Commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
That case is basically a textbook example of how to fail at this. This is where your documentation has to be rock solid.
What went wrong for them?
Well, the court threw out the deductions mainly because, one, the rent they charged was way too high, unreasonable, and two, there was zero proof the meetings they claimed actually happened.
No proof at all.
Nothing substantive. No meeting minutes, no agendas, no list of who was there. The court basically called it a tax-saving scheme, not a real rental for real business.
Wow. Okay, so how do we avoid that? What's the audit-proof playbook look like?
Okay, playbook. First, legitimate business purpose.
Yeah.
Real meetings, real training, real strategy sessions. Not, disguising a family party as a board meeting. Substance matters.
Substance, right. Not just checking a box.
Exactly. Second, fair market value. You must set a reasonable rent. Get quotes from local hotels, event spaces, maybe comparable Airbnb listings for similar properties, and document that research. Keep copies.
Document the research. Okay.
Third, formal paperwork. Have a simple written rental agreement between you and your business. Your business should pay you formally, like check or bank transfer. You should issue an invoice from yourself to the business. Create that paper trail.
Rental agreement, invoice, payment. Makes sense.
And finally, maybe the most critical part after Sinopoli. Document the event itself. Have an agenda. List who attended. And crucially, take detailed, substantive meeting minutes. Show a business was discussed. That proves the meeting wasn't just a sham. Without that proof, you're really exposed.
That makes perfect sense. Solid documentation is key. But what about this administrative trap I've heard about? Something with a Form 1099 MISC.
Yes, that's a weird procedural thing. So if your business pays you $600 or more in rent during the year,
Which it probably would if you're doing this a few times.
right, then the business is generally required to send you a Form 1099 MISC for that rent. Now, you get this form, it looks like income. The IRS gets a copy too.
So the IRS computer thinks you have taxable income you didn't report.
Exactly. So to avoid an automatic notice, here's what you do on your personal tax return. Report the income shown on the 1099 on Schedule E, where rental income goes.
Okay.
But then, on that same Schedule E, you take an immediate offsetting deduction for the exact same amount, and you label that deduction clearly something like non-taxable income under IRC Section 280HE.
Ah, so it nets to zero.
Precisely. That effect is zero tax. You've shown the IRS you accounted for the 1099, and you've preserved the tax-free nature of the income. It satisfies their matching system.
Clever. Okay, really quickly then. How does this Augusta rule stack up against, say, a home office deduction? And what about state taxes?
Good questions. Generally, they're mutually exclusive for the same space at the same time. Remember, the Augusta Rule home can't be the principal place of business. And frankly, the Augusta Rule benefit is usually way bigger.
Bigger how?
You could be looking at, maybe tens of thousands in business deductions, depending on fair market rent and how many days you use it, up to 14. A home office deduction often saves less than maybe